Early last year, LEGO came up with one of my favorite botanical products they ever released, the Bouquet of Roses. It's a nice build, fairly priced, perfect for gift giving, an overall very successful product. Now it must have done so well for LEGO that 1 year later they did it again, with a small color twist. Is it lame or a smart move? Let me tell you all about it in this video review, and thank you LEGO for sending it over. Since the build is pretty much the same, minus a few differences, I figured the script from the last one was just as good, so if this sounds like something you heard before, that's probably because you did. While LEGO has a bunch of bouquet sets by now that focus on a different variety of flower species, this one focuses on just one, the roses, and I kinda like that more. Now, the fact that all flowers are the same could lead to an incredibly boring build, requiring people to build 12 roses in the exact same fashion. But if you look close enough, you'll see that that's actually not the case, and the roses come in 3 sets of 4, each representing the different stages of growth, from small buds to full-bloom flowers. Each of the stages has its own building instructions that in turn allows the build to be shared by up to 3 people, as shown in the box icon down here. As you're probably aware, I'm not the biggest fan of repetitive builds, and so building 4 of the same objects 3 times in a row, or 12 times if you look at the stems that are done in a very similar way, would be a major downside in my eyes, but for some reason I actually enjoy the build process more than I care to admit. And while not looking like it, the rose builds themselves were extremely clever, done with perfect piece choices that seasoned LEGO builders will find interesting for sure. The rose buds done with these Ninjago pieces commonly used for mechs are great here, topped off by these shaped wedges and closed off with dark green tiles, slopes and these shell elements to round off the shapes. These ones, contrary to the red variants, have 2 different shades of pink in them, which is fine. The full-bloom roses have these construction figure shoulder pieces, I think, with car mudguards offset for the flower effect, and a pink whip minifigure element for the spiraled inner petals, again with 2 different shades of pink when compared to the red ones. But my favorite stage out of the 3 has to be the middle stage of the flowers. The spinning leaves of the red roses have now been fixed, which is great, and the way the inner petals were done with these offset car mudguard elements that once turned inwards made for a super satisfying building technique, closed off by those shell elements, once again for a brilliant end result in my opinion. The pink ones are slightly more detailed than the red due to the use of a pair of pieces that differ from the plain 2x2 round brick used on the red ones, and I think the upgrade here is the better version out of the 2. 4 baby's breath flowers were also included that, while not being impressive builds in comparison, do work really well to break the pinkness of the whole thing, leaving you with one of the best looking botanical sets done up until now. Color-wise, I still think red is far more iconic, and if I were to recolor the set as LEGO did, white might have been my next choice rather than pink. But later down the line we might get to see the white bouquet of roses as well, so the pink, in the meanwhile, will have to do. From a business standpoint, recoloring sets isn't something new and has been done before plenty of times, but doing it on such a desirable item that totally makes sense being recolored is a brilliant move in my eyes. And it's not like this is taking resources away that could be spent designing something else, so I'm okay with it. Price-wise, the bouquet of roses retailed for $60, for a little over 800 pieces, which is fair, even more so when considering recent price tags I'd rather not talk about. The bouquet of pink roses has 30 less pieces somehow, and its retail price is also $60, which has me sighing with relief. I would be raging if it was higher than that. Pre-orders are available already, and units will start shipping on October 1st. The red roses are still available though, and at the time of recording, Amazon has them with a 20% discount, which is honestly a great deal. Better start stocking up for Christmas gifts this year. Links for all products in the description if you wish to support the channel while making your LEGO purchases. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.